My friend, we're going to be playing Oh Susanna, which means if you have the 100 all-time classics for the Baritone ukulele, you're going to have a great time with this. If not, I suggest picking the book up. The channel will always be here. If you dig the way that I teach, please thumbs up and subscribe, put a comment below, and talk amongst the community. Musical stuff, I hope. Okay, so when we're playing through these chords in the key of G major, we have 1 sharp. How did I know this? How did I know the song was in the key of G major? Well, I looked at the key signature. In the first measure, it holds the time signature and key signature. If there are no sharps and flats in the first measure, right next to the treble clef, which is called the G clef, you would then think it's in the key of C, because C has no sharps and no flats. But this one has a sharp on the top line, which means if I go from the middle of the circle, which is circled around the second line, that's a G. The space above that's an A. The middle line of the treble clef is the B. Above that, the C, then the D, then the E, then the top line is the F, which means I have an F sharp. So when we play the notes of F major, it would not fit into a G major scale, meaning if I've got G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, I don't really play F major. I'm gonna just be playing what I consider to be the F sharp diminished, and it goes back to the G. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and G. In this song, we really don't have the F sharp diminished, but we are playing what looks like a D major 7, moving the 7th of D to the dominant 7th or the flat 7th. Either way, you're gonna have the 2 same notes you had in the key of D, A and D. That's incorrect. A and F sharp. Here's the D note. When we move down that other D, because we already have a low D on the ook, that means that from 4 strings, there are 2 D notes in that triad. We only need 3 notes to spell a triad or a chord. So when we move that D down to a C sharp, it becomes a D major 7, which is not in this song. And then when we move it down to a C natural, along with the F sharp and the A, we get the D7, which characteristically functions as your F sharp diminished. I hope that wasn't too wordy. Here we go. It is 4/4. There is one type of note inside of this which makes the most sense to know what a 4/4 mechanism is. It is a time signature that means there are 4 beats per measure and the quarter note gets the beat. Since I know that 2/8 notes fit in the space of 1 quarter, meaning I could go in the time it takes to go once. So when I count, I say 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4, I think 0, 2, which is a G to an A. So I have G, A, B, and then going directly up here to the 3rd fret on that same B string gives me a D note. D all the way up to the open E. We're gonna rock it back down to the D, open for the B. As you can see, we're gonna be moving up and down through this melody over and over and over again. So what I suggest is learn the first couple phrasings of a song, look inside the other measures and see if those are in there as well. We're just gonna do a quick playthrough along with these notes and then do the rhythm. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest. Why do we have only 3 beats in the last measure? Well, it seems because the first measure had those 8th notes, didn't it? So when we've got 1 beat in the first measure and then 3 in the end, that completes. The rhythm pattern we would do for this groove for Oh Susanna falls as such. Play along with me. All the chords are going to be G major, they're going to be D major, or a D7. The way that I do this is I work on how to play the D major, and then I think about moving this finger to here, and then moving that finger to there, and then thusly that one to there. Once we get a little quicker at this movement, it becomes secondary. It means it goes pretty quick. So check it out. 1, 2, 3, pick up. Oh, I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana with my Susan for to sing. Oh, Susanna, oh, won't you cry for me? For I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Special attention to the last two measures, because from the fourth measure from the last, it has a G, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Why did I count that way? Well, there's a whole measure of G, 1, 2, 3, 4, another whole measure of G. We've got a half measure of G, half filled with the D7, and then it goes back to the G, thusly splitting it as both would share the measure. I hope you dig the song. I really did. If you like, thumbs up, subscribe, and put a comment below.